Some trips are fun, some stay with you, and a few completely change the way you see the world. Antarctica was one of those places. Before we went, we thought we knew what to expect. We thought we were prepared, but we weren't. Antarctica is not just another cruise. There were things that surprised us, things we underestimated, and several things we genuinely wish someone had told us before we stepped on the ship. So if Antarctica is on your bucket list, this video is for you.
Welcome back to 100 Countries and Counting, where we share bucket list travel and honest advice after visiting 100 countries and sailing on more than 50 cruises. And if you enjoy practical travel advice and real-world experience, we'd love to have you join us. Now let's talk Antarctica.
One of the biggest things we wish we knew, Antarctica is not really a cruise. Yes, technically you're on a ship, you have a cabin, you have meals, you have lectures. But mentally, you need to think about an expedition, not a traditional cruise. If you're expecting production shows, pool decks, formal nights, and a rigid schedule, Antarctica may surprise you. Because Antarctica is driven by nature, not by an itinerary. Weather decides, ice decides, wildlife decides. Your expedition team may wake you up and announce whales off the port side, or suddenly tell you they found a landing opportunity. By the second day, we stop asking what was on the schedule. Plans change quickly. And instead of getting frustrated, you learn to embrace it. In fact, that unpredictability became one of our favorite parts of the entire trip.
That was probably our first big lesson. The more flexible we were, the more Antarctica seemed to reward us. Some of our best experiences happened because the plan changed.
Before leaving South America, everyone was talking about one thing, the Drake Passage. The Drake Passage is a stretch of ocean between South America and Antarctica. You may hear two phrases, the Drake Lake, which is 0 to 8 foot swells, or the Drake Shake, greater than 8 feet.
For us, the reality was Drake Lake. We experienced swells up to 8 feet. Our captain told us conditions like ours were among the calmest he's experienced in years. And here's what we wish we knew before booking the trip. Antarctica cruise season, October to March, swells trend by month and storms. October through November, average of 10 to 16 feet swells, which are rougher. Between the months of December and January, average of 6 to 12 feet swells, that's their calmest. And from February to March, average of 10 to 16 feet swells, windier. If you're prone to motion sickness, take it seriously, bring medication that works for you, and remember, even if the Drake is rough, it's temporary. The moment Antarctica appears on the horizon, most people stop talking about the Drake because suddenly you're entering another world. But the Drake wasn't what surprised us most.
Photographs do not prepare you. Videos do not prepare you. You can watch Antarctica documentaries for years and still not be ready for the feeling of seeing it with your own eyes. You still remember that first morning, looking outside, seeing ice, seeing mountains, and realizing we are actually here. There are a few places left on Earth that feel untouched. Antarctica is one of them.
And honestly, the first arrival may become your favorite memory of the entire trip. Not because it's exciting in the traditional sense. It's because of the feeling. Everything seems quieter, more remote, almost unreal. Even after nearly 100 countries, that first glimpse of Antarctica is something neither one of us will ever forget. The next lesson completely changed how we experienced Antarctica.
Landings matter. Without the landings, Antarctica becomes something you look at. With the landings, it becomes something you feel. This is why we tell people there's a huge difference between Antarctica cruising and Antarctica expedition travel. Antarctica from a ship is beautiful, but Antarctica under your boots, that is unforgettable. We remember climbing into the Zodiac, feeling the cold air, the spray coming off the water, then approaching shore, penguins nearby, snow everywhere, and finally stepping onto Antarctica.
That moment stays with you, and landings are often physically easier than people expect. You don't need to be an extreme athlete. You don't need mountaineering experience. But you do need reasonable balance, mobility, and the willingness to adapt to changing conditions. If you're wondering whether you're fit enough, chances are you probably are.
Before Antarctica, I already experienced some incredible wildlife around the world, from African safaris to the Galapagos. So naturally, I wondered if Antarctica could still impress me. It exceeded every expectation. What surprised us most was how intimate wildlife encounters felt. We were standing quietly on the balcony when a whale surfaced only a short distance. Not zoo close, not staged, just natural and authentic. You might see penguins waddling by or seals resting peacefully on the ice.
And for me, it wasn't just the animals themselves, it was the setting. Everything happened against the backdrop of ice, snow, mountains, and complete silence. That combination creates a feeling that's very different from anywhere else we've traveled. And yes, penguins really are every bit of as entertaining as you've heard, maybe even more. That realization changed how we approached the rest of the trip.
You don't need to photograph everything. At first, we found ourselves trying to capture every moment. We realized we were spending more time looking through the camera than looking at Antarctica. And honestly, it's easy to fall into that trap because everything around you feels incredible. But eventually we realized something. Sometimes the camera can become a distraction.
Some of our favorite memories from Antarctica aren't the photographs, they're the moments. Standing quietly on shore or hiking up the mountain, watching whales surface, or simply standing there in complete silence. Experiencing Antarctica instead of documenting it. So absolutely bring your camera, but just remember to put it down occasionally and enjoy where you are.
Clothing layers and adjustable trekking poles turn out to be far more important than we expected. Conditions can change throughout the day. In the morning, you may be wearing 4 to 5 layers, but by the afternoon, only 2 to 3 layers. Layers mattered far more than a heavy winter coat. Waterproof pants were a must for the Zodiacs. Adjustable trekking poles came in handy because you're often walking across boulders and uneven ground.
Another surprise was how comfortable the ship itself can be. When you're outside, you'll need proper gear. But once you're back on board, most expedition ships are warm, comfortable, and surprisingly cozy. So don't feel like you need to dress for Antarctica 24 hours a day.
Expensive trips should create unforgettable memories. Antarctica absolutely did. Before we booked our trip, we asked ourselves the same question many people ask. Is it really worth it? That's a fair question. Antarctica isn't a casual vacation. It takes time planning and significant financial investment. Our recommendation is to book early. The lowest fares on entry-level cabins often disappear first, which can mean booking 2 to 3 years in advance. Prices usually rise as the cabins sell out.
And here's our honest answer. For us, absolutely. But maybe not for the reason we expected. Antarctica was worth it because it still feels rare. In a world where so many destinations feel crowded and predictable, Antarctica still feels wild, still feels remote, still feels like a true adventure. The experiences like that are becoming harder to find. And the biggest surprise had nothing to do with the ice or wildlife.
Looking back, we weren't prepared. Not because Antarctica was harder than we expected, but because we never imagined a place could leave this kind of impression on us.
And maybe most importantly, we wish we knew how Antarctica would affect us emotionally. After visiting nearly 100 countries, Antarctica still stands among the most extraordinary places we've experienced. Antarctica didn't just become one of our favorite trips. It changed what we look for in travel.
If Antarctica is on your bucket list, we'd love to hear from you. Is it already booked? Are you still deciding? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoy cruises, bucket list travel, and honest advice, please subscribe so that you don't miss our upcoming Antarctica and bucket list travel videos.
We've got more Antarctica videos coming next.
We're Desiree.
And Michael.
We're 100 countries and counting. Thanks for watching.